Define those travels, as they always say, as you can. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Goglings, Gogletites, Gogorifics, Gog peoples, Gogs of the world unite. I hope everyone is doing well and looking forward to our stream today. Welcome to episode 173 of Pen and Pixels. This is the show that focuses on story and narrative in games, and in particular at the moment is looking at The Occupation, which has been a lot of fun. And I found out some details about it that I was like, oh, I didn't realize this was the case. I mean, it's fine, but it was just something that I'm like, okay, this explains some things that I wasn't understanding the last time, so. But before we get there, I do want to remind everybody about ways to support us here at GOGcom. If you haven't already done so, please follow the channel. Obviously, that is the best way to support us. Also, a really good way to support us is to sub to the channel, as I just did. Of course, I've been sub to it already, but the bloody Twitch Prime thing that requires me to actually see it in person instead of just setting it up means that I had to do it again. But I am subbed now. I have been subbed for 29 months to this wonderful channel. So you can join me if you have Twitch Prime and do it for free. And if you don't have Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime, and don't have a Twitch Prime sub, you could still join us for only the low price of, what is it, $4.99, I believe, per month. And you can get those awesome DRM-free emotes and also support us here at GOGcom. And you can also check us out on our individual channels as well. That is always appreciated. If you can check us out individually, we all have a lot of cool streamers that do a lot of cool stuff. I noticed that Frostwar was playing Carmageddon. I noticed that he was playing Carmageddon, and then he went over to his own channel and was also playing it. So, I mean, if you like people who play Carmageddon and stuff like that, obviously you should like Frostwar and should follow him anyway. But there's lots of people here that you can choose from, and if you like some of us, please check us out, because we have our own individual subsystems and Patreon systems and things like that as well, and would be more than it'd be wonderful to have all of you folks with us if we can do that. That said, though, let me get rid of this and let me turn on that. There we go. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. So we are playing The Occupation today, and we are continuing with this game, which is really, really cool, set in an alternate history 1980s Britain, and it very, very much has a little bit of a sort of V for Vendetta feel, where we play as a journalist and also as someone who is a member of this organization trying to pass this thing called the Union Act, which is basically this heavy anti-immigration thing. So it's got a very timely sort of quality to it. I've been enjoying it. The thing that I found out is that you actually have an hour of real time when you start playing for some of these levels. And you have that long to be able to gather clues and stuff like that, which I think is kind of neat, and also because the UI is clunky, is not as great as it might be. I think if the UI were a lot smoother, it would make that easier. Although I don't love real-time stuff anyway. I frankly kind of wish that this were more like, I don't know. I wish there was some kind of turn-based option, but this is not the way the game works. So it means that we're going to have to move quickly this time when we actually go, because I felt like I did a terrible job when I was interviewed the other person. Like, I gathered a little information, but not much. So this time I want to go through. We want to find as many clues as we can, gather as much information as we can, and we got to do that within the hour and then go and do it. So that's what we got to do before we do this interview. So we will do that. I don't think the game's much longer. I think we probably have today and maybe one more session, and then we'll be done. And then we'll be moving on to the game Spycraft, which will be a walk down memory lane for me. That should be a few sessions, and then we will finally return at long last to Pathfinder Kingmaker. I do have to share one thing with you folks, because I just happened to get these in today, and that is this. I just got my second edition of my academic book, just came in the mail, which is really cool. These are my author copies that were sent to me, and they did a really good job with it, just by way of sort of comparison. So just by way of comparison, this was the original. So the original was this that came out back in 2007, and then this. So they kind of upped the ante a little bit, as you can tell. I mean, again, they did a good, I was happy to work with them, but they definitely upped the ante. And the interior as well, like I don't know if you can see, but the text is very small in that one. And this one is a much more rational text size. and also is even indexed. Very cool. So it's a second edition of a book, and I just think it's kind of neat because I've never actually had the experience of having one of my books go into a second edition. As I try to adjust my weirdly out of shape hat. I think that's better. Yeah, so I've never had the experience of doing that. So it was kind of cool to be able to have that experience of doing this. So what should you be interested in so that you should want to read this book? Well, that's an interesting question, Pyron. So I'm not going to go into a big discussion of this because that's not the place for it. What I will say is, if you like the theater, live theater specifically, if you are interested in concepts of transitional spaces, let's put it that way. So the spaces in between, that is what liminal space refers to. And very briefly, I'm going to do this in 30 seconds starting now. Liminal space suggests that there is a transitional space in between others. That's both physical and it's metaphorical. So when you were experiencing a stream, for example, the stream is not actually happening with me and it's not happening with you. It's happening the space in between us. As I talk and I am doing what I'm doing, I am speaking my words and you are receiving them and the images of the people speaking the words in yours place. And Pyron's experience is different than Wild Peak's experience, is different than anyone else's experience. And as a consequence, our experience of that kind of conversation that we're having of the stream is different. The space in between my speaking and your receiving it is a liminal space, and that's a space where transition and possibility and change can happen. And I believe that the court mask done by Shakespeare's Ben Jonson, contemporary Ben Jonson, among others, but his were the most famous. I believe that those masks actually existed within liminal space, and as a consequence of this, they were actually not only they were even revolutionary, radical in their potential based upon the idea of what liminal space produces. And it comes from a guy named Victor Turner and a guy named Arnold van Gennep and another guy, Colin Turnbull. And that combination of people talked about various aspects of this. And so, yeah, that is basically what the book is about. Why am I wearing a hat? I usually wear a hat. Almost always wear a hat. Although I happen to be wearing a Boston Red Sox hat today, the World Series champion. Anyway, that's this, the problem in the middle, liminal space in the court mask. You can actually find it on Amazon right now, and you want the one with this cover because this is the second edition. Yeah, so this actually is the floor plan of what's called the cockpit in court, which is the set designer, Inigo Jones, who worked with Ben Jonson. The set designer actually worked in designing this theater. It was like a private theater for people to watch. And I don't know, it's a book that has history and other aspects as well. Nice, Mark Mello. That's awesome. So anyway, they just came in the door about 15 minutes ago. So I was like, so you folks are the first ones that are doing it. Yeah, usually I'm wearing a gray checked hat, like a newsboy hat. And then sometimes I wear this. Sometimes I wear a Steelers hat. Sometimes I wear a Whalers cap. I wear some different ones, but yeah, this is the one I'm wearing today. So anyway, problem in the middle, liminal space in the court mask. Second edition just came out. It is academic in nature. So there's footnotes and all that kind of stuff, but I try to make it interesting. And so that is obviously I have been working on a lot of other game related projects, and I tend to write probably more fiction than others, but that was a sort of book of mine a while ago. So that's the deal with that. Yes, exactly right, Aaron. So all right, anyway, but it is good to see everybody, and with no further ado, let us get into the awesomeness known as the occupation. Let's do it. Yeah, thank you for indulging me. I am most excited. I do want to let everyone know, by the way, that next month in May, we will obviously have Pen and Pixels as per normal. We will have D&D with GOG for one of those sessions as well. But we are also, I really, really hope, going to have D&D with GOG. These fine people will be joining me for my charity stream to support cancer research, the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation, we call it ARVCon. They have been kind enough to do this within the last couple of years. We have raised over $7,000 the last few years to benefit that organization, which is an amazing organization. And my goal this year is for $3,500. So we've got a lot of sponsors, and I can say, I'm officially allowed to say that GOG.com is a sponsor of that event. which is extraordinarily kind of them. They will be giving us some game code giveaways and things like that. So they are super nice about it, and I am honored that they are supporting us. So yeah, that's going to be happening on my channel, and it will have such notables as Pyron Jade and Darksaber2K and Tasty Chai. I don't know that Screaming Joypad's going to be able to make the actual ArvCon session because I think he's got a wedding anniversary thing he's doing, which has got to take precedence, of course, but he will be with us for the Tuesday here. So what's up, Mortara? Okay, let's get this game going. And good. Let us do it up. And for those who don't know what's going on, so the beginning of the game starts with an explosion. Starts with an explosion. There's a bombing, basically, and a person is being held responsible for it, even though there's serious doubt as to whether he did it. And we're trying to unravel the conspiracy of it, basically. There is no... What's up, Genly? Hey, Kerflop. But there is no manual save game feature, which is one of two problems I have with the game. I like a lot about the game. Great voice acting, really interesting visuals, and a really interesting premise. I do not like the lack of manual saves. I will repeat, there is no reason for a game not to have manual saves. Do not make that a part of your practice. I'm not talking about roguelikes here, but I mean, if you're playing any one of these types of games, you got to be able to save manually. It's just not reasonable that they literally, if you leave the game because you get called away like a half hour into a level that's an hour long, you lose all of your progress. That's ridiculous. You got to have manual saves, just full stop. Come up with another way to create difficulty. The other thing I don't like is the UI, because I think the UI is really clunky. And those two things are kind of frustrating. Other than that, I really am enjoying this game a lot. So, okay. And they said, the developers have said...
security is tight in the meta center, so your second meeting might be a little harder.
Here we go.
Try and give yourself another hour to prepare if you have the time. Alex Dubois worked for Chance Crow, so find out what he knows. Don't let me down.
Okay. So we've got to hurry because we only have an hour to work with. Okay, so we have till 1727. This is an hour in real time. So we have to do all this again. Like, again, I find this kind of... I would like to be able to, like, go through this, and I can't. Like, I have to play the whole thing again, which is... Again, I just find it frustrating. What's up, Palin? I miss Kilgore in my game? What do you mean?
Harvey, as you know, we've had lots of people calling up Gale and claiming they have
Pyron.
on who caused the explosion at the Bowman-Carson building. We had one just a few minutes ago which seems to hold some weight. A family member of one of the workers killed in the explosion mentioned that they were at a tour this morning where you are right now. Have you seen any evidence of this? If you can find any evidence at all of a cover-up, please keep it with you. Again, it seems very conspiracy theory, but you never know. Chat soon.
All right. So we have to unlock a lot of these leads because we can then ask Chance Crow, who is this guy that works at this place that we're going to be interviewing or talking to. We can ask him questions based upon leads that we find. So we got to try to find a lot of leads. The master say, "Oh, I see what you're saying." Yes, exactly, Palin. Yeah, it's just like the audition tape from Steve is incredible. Yeah, see, so I already did this. I already found this tape. And I already listened to it, and I don't want to listen to it again. Like, the game has just got to respect people's time, and it's got to do that by allowing you to save anywhere. That's just bottom line. But, you know, it is what it is, so. And, like, for example, this is an hour-long level. So that works okay for this, but realistically, like, you know, a lot of people have to do things, you know, and, like... Can I not get in there? Shoot, that's too bad. I assume that's not going to work either, right? Yeah, okay. All right. So I got to head upstairs to get clues. Because, see, the problem is this is a game that really, I think, rewards. And they say, well, they intend for you to play it multiple times. I don't... I want to play it the times I want to play it. And if I play it once, which is all I'm going to play it, that's fine.
How many grints have you actually seen robbing or vandaling in streets? None. That's how many. But you read the news, and you think you couldn't leave the house at night. And you know what? If you don't want the French here, then put down your bloody baguettes. You know what I mean? Quiche. That's another one. All them nice cheeses. Half the words we use every day. All them artists, what you see on TV. If you're gonna get rid of the people, then you can stop being hypocrites and all. I don't mean to preach, but it just really puts me in a sour mood. You know.
I do, man. I'd love to hear more, but Dan's got me on patrol.
I'll catch you later.
See, so I find those conversations super interesting, and I'd like to listen to those. I just don't. It's just not. It's not suitable for the way most people are, though. Honestly, Palin. I mean, there's just no reason in 2019 not to have saves. It's just straight up. You know, you can have a situation where. I want to see if I can get up to a vent. You know, like you can easily have a situation where you just get called away, and if you get called away or you have to leave suddenly, and then unless you leave your computer running, you're just not going to be able to maintain it, and it's crazy. I just think it's ridiculous. Like, come up with other ways to make your game difficult. And a lot of people have complained about it because at first I thought I had just done something wrong. I thought, well, maybe there's a checkpoint system or something, which again I still don't like. But nope. If you start for the hour, you have to do the entire hour. And yeah, it's a design decision. I disagree with the design's decision very strongly. And most people that have talked about it have disagreed with it also. It's just not. It's not the same thing anymore. We're 2019. I don't agree with that. I mean, depends on where you are in the online game. But I mean, but to the extent that that's true, then I would say that's an example of a situation where I wouldn't play an online game, you know? So, all right, here's where we were last time. Turing swimming baths. Pool not being used anymore. I think I can go up and over probably. See, this is what I mean. Like, I'm trying to gather. That's my son yelling his head off in the background. Who is my not quite 3-year-old. So, fear not. We're all fine. We're all fine here. Thanks. How are you? Okay, now I gotta go up and... And no, my wife is there with him. He's not actually upset. He's just very audible. Okay, pneumatic tube, right. We know about those pneumatic tubes from before. Nope, not in the game. That's pretty funny, though. Oh, yeah. I mean, of course, Palin, of course. I agree with that. It's just that I think there are certain... It means the game is not for what? He literally just materialized. I think I'm allowed to be here. Maybe. I think he literally just materialized here. We have here. Ooh. Okay, wait a second. Why can I not get to that? I gotta play that. That's new. I didn't know about that before. Okay. But there are, you know, many, like, if the overwhelming majority of people that might like your game are not going to like it because of this edition, then it seems like a silly hill to die on, in my opinion. Okay.
Amy, I love you. Amy, it's true. And when I'm next to you, I don't feel blue. When we're together, time just stands still. And I want to ask you, so I think I will. Will you go to dinner? Dinner with...
The hell is this?
Dinner with me?
The truth, doesn't it?
Look, I just want to get to the bottom of all this, simple or complicated. I want to close the book on it and move on.
We do want the same thing. Look, Scarlet thinks I'm a racist. She blames me for most things these days. She's far too detached from the reality of things.
Are you a racist, Mr. Bowman?
I believe in what I'm doing. Quite frankly, I don't care how you perceive that.
So you believe in
Hope not.
raising, how did the Turing Post put it? Grints for the security of the nation.
I hate that word. And the Turing Post, for that matter.
But you don't hate immigrants.
Of course not. I pity them, I suppose.
Did you pity Mr. Dubois' family? Did Mrs. Carson come to you about Alex Dubois? Did she know something was going to happen?
Nobody could have known this would happen.
Did she suspect something was wrong?
Scarlet's a cynical person. That's a part of who she is.
I have to say, I find you to be a particularly evasive person, Mr. Bowman.
Look, if you want to ask me if I had anything to do with it, then bloody ask. Everything else is, quite frankly, asinine. Yes, I was close to Scarlet. Yes, I knew her husband. No, we didn't see eye to eye on many things. And she probably blames me every day of her life for things that were out of both of our control. So, if you're going to ask me, then just ask. Ask me if I had something to do with it.
That's interesting. So, find the missing interview tape. We did. So, Detective Holden's interview sessions with Charles Bowman didn't want to give up much information. Detective wasn't impressed. He seems aware the Union Act is tangled with claims of racism. He also didn't deny it. Did Chance Crow know? Interesting. Okay, now I've got to see if I can get access to the incident site. In the 1 minute silence, you talked about change. What is Charles Bowman's role in all this? What can you tell me about the explosion? Okay, so that's going to give us a lot of leads for this interview. So that's good. That actually worked out really well. That was a good thing to get. That was a good thing to get. And Steve was like taped over part of it with his stupid audition, I think is what was happening. Okay, so that's awesome. I needed that. Okay, how do we were at 1627. So we've used 12 minutes so far, all right? Fortunately, I don't need to go up there. So that was a nice pickup. Kind of like an exam. Yeah, see, like, again, I think I really like this conceptually a lot. First of all, you know, I'm a big sort of thriller spy fan anyway. So I dig that, and I like the sort of alternate history conceit of all of it. I just wish the AI were a little bit easier to manage. Okay, can I do anything down here? All right, now I can go to the men's locker room. All right, so I got to get access to the incident site, which is, of course, going to be off limits. So there's going to be some sneaking around that we're doing. Oh, God. I don't know if I'm not supposed to be here or not, but... It's true, Palin. Is he gone? Yeah, exactly. Well, what I want to do actually is I'm going to get in the vent, but... Damn it. This is wasting time. I mean, I'm probably allowed to be here in the men's toilet. I'm guessing. Yes, got an ID card. I don't know which one. Don't have time to look at it. Okay. Okay, here I am. Totally legally. All right. Now. What's up, dude? Alright, I may need to go back downstairs. I got an ID card, so we'll see if that makes a difference. Do janitors have access to some things? Yeah. Marina Murphy.
Access denied. Access denied.
Okay, so it's what's his face? Nope. Great. I got the least accessed person of all time. Steve. Hi.
This new security system sucks.
Something happened in one of the out of bounds areas earlier on. Just for your safety. Sure, Steve. I'd be happy to do that. No problem, Steve. I'll stay in those allocated areas. No problem. I'm just going to walk up here slowly. And don't worry about a thing, Steve. You're doing a great job, Steve. Let me just tell you. You're doing a great job. I'm gonna... Alright, we got staff and staff. Alright, I'm just gonna see. I'm in an allocated area here. Hey, good to see you. I'm just gonna see how you're doing. So now we're in a spot we're not supposed to be. Oh god. Server room. God damn it. Hello? Hello, UI? Oh, Lord Christ. Damn it.
Why the hell is that?
Okay. Okay. Now. Damn it. Letter. What letter? See, and then I don't remember how to access any of the inventory. God bless America. What is going on? Why can I not close the vent? So this is what I mean. Like, the UI in this is so bad that I have no idea how I'm actually getting to, like... I just want to get up into the server room. Can I please get into the server room?
What are you doing?
Ah, for the love of God!
I'm sorry, sir, but we're done. You have to leave this area. Come with me. I'll still find you.
Fine. 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 Stupid AI.
Miller. That's it. We're going to the security desk. Dan can handle this.
Yeah, you know what else can handle this? Is a UI that actually freaking works. Pain in the ass.
Mr. Miller, you're fast become...
So frustrating. So frustrating.
...a thorn in my side. I cannot stress this enough. Out-of-bounds areas are forbidden to the public. You must not enter these areas. With everything happening in the facility today, I
Don't
have
care.
time to
I
deal with a
don't
disruptive
care. I
journalist.
don't care.
You're on a final warning, Mr. Miller.
Give
If
you a
this
final
happens
warning.
again, you will be removed from the premises.
I don't care.
Go to your meetings, take your notes, and finish your report.
I don't care.
That is it, okay?
Okay, go away.
Your next meeting is in the Meta Center with Chance Crow, and he isn't a person you want to get on the wrong side of.
I don't care. Can I leave, please? Yeah, thanks. Jackass. Now see, okay, and of course in the meantime, how much time did I waste? Yeah. So I'm waiting. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, and the other thing is, I need to find out where Steve is, because see, now if I get caught again, I'm going to be kicked out and I lose all of my progress and have to do all of this again. It's just like, and this is the problem. If you're going to have a system that doesn't allow you to save except in these long extended intervals, you cannot have it be buggy so that it's impossible to actually use it properly. That's the problem, because this garbage happens. Frustrating as hell. Unbelievable. See, I feel like I have to sit around now and wait, which is not very exciting in a game. I have to sit around and wait because I can't trust that Steve is going to be on the t-shirt. Oh, they call me the Dice Whisperer. Oh, God, what is this thing with a pager? I don't care about this public phone. Yeah, I can't get up into event. I'm trying to get up into event, and I can't get up into event, and so I got caught, even though I had more than enough time. Call me when you get a minute. 002318.
Please insert token.
I mean, I could get above there, but I can't walk.
Harvey, in one of Alex Dubois' interview tapes, he mentions that every computer in the Meta Center has an encrypted document called Silhouette, which can be used as a key for something. I didn't quite follow what he meant, but I believe that it will be a good starting point to open some leads. Try and get onto a computer and print a document called DSC. Once you have the document printed, fax it across to me. I'll be in touch if I find anything else.
All right. Well, I mean, I might as well do that, although I don't know exactly where to do that without having a computer, but... Yeah. Hi, Steve. Jerkweed. Hey, you know what would be a great place, guys, to actually do that computer? The server room. Wouldn't that be great? It would be great if we could get into the server room where all the computers are. That would be awesome. Hey, Steve. You remember when you caught me and I was trying to pull myself up? Remember when I was doing that? And I was trying to pull myself up and I couldn't because Yeah, remember that moment?
I should totally start drinking coffee.
Hey man, I meant to catch you before I left today. Sure you left your card in your locker. No biggie. Don't anyone see your face anyway. Just so you know where it is and you come in the card, not your face. Hope you had a good weekend. As of Monday that's now reading this. Ian, you're incredibly kind, buddy.
No floppy disks detected.
Hey. Are you freaking kidding me?
No floppy disks detected.
Can I just want to walk through the doors. What are you doing?
Sir, what are you doing?
Oh my god!
Come on, you need to get out of this area.
Unbelievable! God almighty. Yeah, try a diet. I know, right? Unbelievable. Yeah, great. Doesn't work. No, you don't need a floppy disk. No. It's a server room. I'm just trying to get inside it. Oh my god. Hi, it's okay for me to be here.
Mr. Miller, there's a lot of sensitive information in here. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt this time, but in the future, please, just stay out.
Thanks, Steve. I don't really know why there'd be any sensitive information there, but... Unreal. I mean, like, so my choices are that I could basically just sit in one place for a half hour.
No floppy disks detected.
I can't fit through... What are you doing? Let me fit through the freaking thing. Unbelievable. I mean, I really need to go sideways. I mean, you might be right, I guess, but like, really? Public printer. It's a computer. How do I get into the computer? Please enter PIN. What? Oh my god. Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I don't... It's sort of like part of the conceit of everything. I don't... Why on earth would this be that... Can I get in up top, maybe? Loft access. Oh my god, event. Silhouette offices. Ooh. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so Silhouette is the one that she wanted me to investigate. And I needed to get to a computer to do that. God. Darn it. Okay. So let's try Bowman interview 1. I'm annoyed, man. I'm annoyed. I see what I want to do, and when the UI gets in your way, it frustrates me.
So,
do you mind if I smoke?
Go ahead. So, let's start at the beginning, shall we? What can you tell me about Alex Dubois?
What would you like to know?
Well, perhaps we should start with how he was able to gain access to a restricted part of your facility and detonate a device killing several people. I know you're used to being on the other side of the table. I get it. The quicker you give me what I need, the quicker...
Look, Mr. Dubois was difficult. Well, you've read the papers, you know the stories. I'm not sure you're going to get anything useful from me.
But you knew him. You spoke with him beforehand.
As an employee, yes.
Indulge me, Mr. Bowman. Pretend I know nothing.
I found it. I can't do anything with it.
Well, we have it on record that you spoke with Mr. Dubois 1 week before the incident. However, when we looked, we couldn't find the interview session with him.
Well, it should be there. We log all activities without question. Perhaps you should speak to Sarah Smith in accounts about it.
Well, we did. She told us the same.
Well, there you have it.
You have no idea where it could have gone?
This is as worrying to me as it is to you, I'm sure.
You still haven't answered my question. How did Mr. Dubois get into a restricted area?
The police report said that he probably stole another worker's keycard.
Whose?
I have no idea, I'm afraid. He was a member of our tech department, and he was a very skilled employee, so...
Don't you find that a little convenient?
What's that supposed to mean? What exactly is it that you think I have to do with this detective?
Defensive most?
You detained and then extradited an employee's family and then denied him the right to see them. What exactly did you think was going to happen?
Interesting.
Perhaps not this, but you had to expect something, surely. Did Mrs. Carson see it coming? Is that why you fired her?
I wonder if she did it. All right. Alright. That's cool. It's also a complete waste of time, and I don't have time to enjoy it because reasons. Ah, that pneumatic tube might be useful, actually. Thank you for the follow, Noobmeister. Welcome. Oh, look at that. Excellent work. Your skills have improved. Just one of the virtues I love about you. Your heart's final test, a true point in time. The clock in the baths at 3 points to 9. I may have already gotten those notes, actually. Server. Yeah, I found that. I found that before. What I really need is a functional computer. It's so frustrating that I have access to it, but because the UI is clunky, I can't get into the damn room. Room 201. Okay. We'll check that in just a minute. What is this clip? That's a good clip. Alright. How are we doing on time? 17:07, so I have another half an hour, maybe? I found some things, but like... Chance Crow's office. Good news, I found his office. Bad news, I don't have anything I can... Bad. I found the safe code. Safe code is 5801. Okay. Oh, we have more than half an hour? No. I don't mean that, like, half an hour in the game, like, this mission. $20 hours. Yeah, I got to, So, okay. I definitely want to get into that safe. I need to get into the safe, and then I really want to use the computer, but... I want to see what are the controls here again? How do I lean? Spacebar? Okay. That's lean. Okay.
Oh man. I need some coffee.
Oh. This is granted. Like, really, Steve takes this freaking moment to come into this goddamn office. This is all that's in your goddamn safe? Really? Wow. Nice safe. The escape does pause the game, yeah. Alright, so now I just need to freaking... Okay, can I... Yeah, I don't have a floppy disk to interact with it. Here's your fax machine, too. Oh, God almighty, come on, you stupid... All right.
Please enter PIN. Code accepted. Access granted.
I'm a replicant. Yeah, it's weird. It's like the what do you call it? The subtitles, but Like this stealth stuff, I think, I like stealth. So I mean, this is interesting to me, but like I'm very worried that, like, as an example, Dishonored doesn't have this problem. Dishonored stealth is muy bueno. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. All right. Sorry I'm being quiet, everyone. I'm sort of into what's going on with the game, although... Oh yeah. How about I not actually play... fax scanner. Stop listening to that goddamn music. Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here or not. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Look, see, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone, Steve. See, public. Okay. See, Steve? Everything's good here, Steve. Look, I'm on the phone, Steve. See? Public phone right here. See? Excuse me, I just have a phone call to make. Making a phone call.
I wonder what the sign is for pretty. Hey, Mr. Miller, an alarm was set off earlier on. I know you probably had nothing to do with it,
Nah.
but just remember to stay in the allocated areas to avoid trouble.
Sure. Oh yeah, I'll definitely do that. Thanks, Steve. You're doing a good job. $10 minutes. Great. We had kind of a frustrating day. Please wait here. Okay, so I'm going to be here. Kind of a frustrating day, Lone Wolf, but we've actually gotten through a little more than I thought we would. Ooh. Wow, wait, really? I still don't think we have enough leads, but we got more leads than I thought. But it's still not enough. Steve did it. Well, the only thing we know for sure is that Steve is clearly... Steve's messed up, all right? That's what it comes down to. Hey, how's it going, Steve? Steve, if you wouldn't mind just leaving. I'd like to explore a little bit, so if you could just get down over there. If you could just walk Down that way. Yeah, if you could right down the stairs, right over there. Down there is the way you go. Like you just go down the stairs. Yeah, if you just head down the stairs. Now, you don't really need to go this way. Yeah, you're not Steve. Steve. You there is not going to let me get through the window here. Okay? If you these are not the journalists you're looking for. You could just head on out. Yeah. Oh. All right. You're just going to stand there randomly, huh? Okay, cool. Just head that way. Thanks. Just keep going. Right. Keep on rolling. Okay, just keep going down. I know, right, Aaron? All the way down. Right. Hey, man. Is that a floppy disk? Oh, it's a cassette tape. Stupid Steve's audition tape. I've already been there. Oh, got a free token though. Well, yeah. So Steve is a frustrated actor. That's one of the... Okay. Hey, there's Steve. So I don't just need a computer, I need a floppy disk. See, this is another example where that server room would have been helpful. I mean, I could have gotten access to it the normal way, but it literally wouldn't let me. It's like it was almost like I was being held back by an invisible wall, not only at the door that opened, but I wasn't allowed to go through. But the vent. I couldn't get up into the vent either. So it's like, server room is not going to work for you. I mean, so irritating. This is not a lot of questions. Four minutes. And see now, because of the stupid, I got caught the one time. If I get caught a second time, I'm going to lose all my progress. So now I'm like, now I'm kind of like frozen. Like I can't do anything because I'm going to lose an hour's work. Well, no, I'm not angry about it, Palin. I'm just explaining why I'm not moving. You meant frozen. Did you really?
Hello, Mr. Miller. Right on time.
I can't... I can't get into the door. It's bugged out. I can't go into the door. I can't go into the door. The keypad? What keypad? There's no keypad. The door is open. I just can't enter it.
Mr. Miller?
Yeah, I can't get into your freaking office, dude.
Hi. I'm going to need your clothes, your keys, and your motorcycle.
Mr. Miller?
Man, I'm good.
And see, if I quit to the main menu, I lose all that work. You have got to be kidding me. So now I have to look this up, and I have to find out what the hell is going on. No, this is not about Steve. This is about the game not letting me in. I can't. So yeah, this is just a bug. I can't get in. And that's why I couldn't get into the server room either.
Mr. Miller? Mr. Miller?
I can't. Wow.
Mr. Miller?
It's really bad. That's really, really bad. I didn't find Thronebreaker to be bugged.
Mr. Miller?
At all, actually. Yeah, exactly. Saved often, by which we mean an hour ago. Unbelievable. I guess there's no way to,
Mr. Miller?
I guess we're just stuck. Wow. Wow. I
Please insert token.
Mr. Miller?
The number you have dialed is currently unavailable. Please try later.
I don't know what to do. Because if I try to, so look what happens. You will lose all unsaved progress. I mean,
Mr. Miller?
yeah, I know, right, Likey? This is really bad. This is a really, really bad bug. Steve was the QA of this game.
Mr. Miller?
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Mr. Miller?
Yeah, I know, right, Ningato? I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. You know, I'm gonna have to cancel. I'm gonna have to go back to the main menu, and I'm just gonna have to uninstall the game because I'm certainly not doing that all again. What's up, Takanji? That's unbelievable. I mean, that is an awful bug. You think I have an inventory, Lone Wolf? An inventory. Bah.
Mr. Miller.
An inventory, he says. As if. In 1980, we don't actually have any inventory. Look, here's me holding my briefcase out. No, it's not Senua. It's, okay.
Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller.
That's really terrible. I don't know what to do. I mean, do I get... I guess I have to get caught and then get kicked out and then... See, because when I was trying to... because I had the ID card to go through the server and I couldn't do it. And, like, it's been bugged ever since. Boy. I said I lost an hour's worth of work. I don't think anybody else said it. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. The problem is that it's illegal. You know? So, like... It's such a shame because it's like very atmospheric and there's a lot of really great concepts to this and really a shame. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to do exactly what you just said. I'm going to do exactly what you said, Matara. I'm going to try to sneak in.
Mr. Miller.
What's up, boss?
Mr. Miller.
Yeah, can I interact with you? So now it won't even let me interact with him. Now I can't even interact with him.
Miller.
What's up?
Mr. Miller.
Door is a cutscene trigger. Yep. Brilliant.
Mr. Miller.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know why you want to talk to me, but...
Oh, it worked!
I've been told I have to accommodate you. I do hope you have something interesting to ask. This is Miss Allison Whitworth. I'll be translating for you if you have any questions for her.
Oh,
Should
Death.
should we just get on with it?
All right. Let's start interviewing.
What's Bowman's role in all of this? Or what's Bowman like as a person? That's what you really want to ask, right?
Why don't you give me an overview?
Well, I'm not going to get into details, but he's basically the commander-in-chief. If it wasn't for him, none of this would be happening. All of the software, all of the Union Ag promotion, it all starts here. Charles Bowman created all of it.
I thought Michael Carson started it with him. His name's in the title.
Well, yeah, sure, but I don't want to talk about that. After, after. Well, he died in the explosion. I'm sure you know all of this.
I do. I just like watching you squirm.
Bowman was the one who really held it all together. His company's grown exponentially since he took over, and we're all grateful.
You knew Michael well?
Well, enough not to want to tarnish his memory, Mr. Miller. Next question.
Do you like the way the company is run now?
I do. I'm basically second in command now, so I have a lot of responsibilities. The company has a more singular set of goals now, and I'm happy to be a part of that.
So you share Charles Bowman's racist, bigoted views?
About the company?
No, about bigots.
Sure. I wouldn't be very good at my job if I didn't, would I?
I have to ask then, do you consider yourself racist?
Excuse me, Mr. Miller. What the hell are you talking about? That's an extraordinarily offensive thing to ask. Not to mention out of left field. Nobody here is a racist. Where the hell did you get off asking something like that?
You're acting pretty upset. I heard Charles Bowman confirm it in an interview tape.
Well, that's the first I've heard of it. But if that's what he said, then he spared us from having to hear it. Until now, anyway. I feel you can guess my stance on the matter. Out of interest, who's made that accusation?
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't or won't?
Has Allison Whitworth heard anything?
You know what? I actually do want to find out the answer to that.
Yep. Very impressive, Aaron. This is cool. I like the use of sign language, but what did Allison say?
I'm not comfortable continuing this line of questioning, Mr. Miller.
I'm sorry. I thought Charles Bowman would have told you.
Well, I'm sure he's got a very good reason for keeping it to himself. The company's policies are complex.
By which you mean racist?
I wouldn't expect you to get it.
Racism, you mean?
You're writing this for your book or report or whatever, right?
Right. On racism. Yes.
Well, I want this part of the meeting stricken from the record, please.
I'll see what I can do. That went pretty well. What can you tell me about the explosion?
About the explosion? Well, pretty much what everyone else knows about it. I don't really know what you want me to say. You must know everything that I do.
Where were you when it happened? KKK
I was
meeting?
Having a smoke in the courtyard.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, I wasn't close enough to the blast, but I saw the whole thing.
Yeah. Why don't you just say that Steve did it? Where was Allison Whitworth? And where was Steve? Okay.
Probably in her office.
Could you ask, please? What if she's saying you are actually an inveterate racist
Room
bastard?
105. Anything else, Mr. Miller?
Exactly, yeah. What happened here the day after the attack?
Well, nothing. We weren't allowed back into the premises for...
It looks like it's real, but I don't know.
Even then, only a handful of us were here to make sure things carried on running.
Wow. Talking
The
and
police
drinking,
were
as you
still
said.
here, and a detective was snooping around. I couldn't do anything without someone watching over me, or telling me to log what I was doing. Whatever they found, they didn't share it with me. I read it in the paper like everyone else.
What do you think caused the explosion, besides your racism?
Some kind of bomb, I guess. On the gas lines. At least that's what the news said. We have a report of the official findings downstairs somewhere.
Does Allison know?
Don't you believe me?
No. Could you just ask, please? Don't give me that stare down. Arv's in a spicy mood after trying to navigate this bug fest for the last half hour.
Yeah. Basically the gas line.
Is that what she said? She said far more than that, Mr. Crow.
She says he wrote some kind of code that overheated the servers, she thinks. He was a talented coder, much as I hate to admit it. He found out that the servers were close to a gas line that came from an external propane store and, well, you know the rest.
So you overheated the servers. Interesting. Does that sound possible to you?
Well, anything's possible, I guess. He was a better coder than me. I've been looking into it myself since it happened.
I know, right?
Purely out of curiosity. All he had to do was get it to overheat. It's actually
Is that
not
possible?
hard, so
People who work with servers,
Yeah.
that a server could
I think he
overheat
could've done
so much that it would lead to an explosion near a gas line? But how exactly?
I don't know. I'd have to replicate it to know. And obviously that's not something anyone's interested in trying. I think you'd agree.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, I'm not here to argue with the official findings. If you knew Alex at all,
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd feel differently. If
Mid-80s.
you don't have anything else to ask Ellie, should we move on?
What's Silhouette?
It's a piece of software. We call it Digital Shadow Casting. DSC for short. Silhouette is its working title.
Okay.
Sorry, I know not everybody talks nerd, but do you understand technology, or you want me to elaborate a little?
In English would be great.
Sure. It installs a background OS that copies any and all information used on a computer.
Thank you for the follow, Emerson Kane.
After a certain amount of data is gathered, or after a certain time, the data is packaged and sent to the Silhouette server in the basement, where we collate and serialize the data however we'd like. We have an algorithm that can highlight pertinent tagged matches, commerce, economics,
Wow.
political values, home living, etc.
That sounds super
We
scary.
sort it all and then macroanalyze the nation's preferences.
So you're the 80s version of
It's
Facebook.
pretty amazing, really.
Amazingly
And we're the first company to make use
violation.
of the tech.
Yeah. It's an amazing violation of civil rights. Are you allowed to be telling me this?
What did you think we did here? I mean, really, it's all written in black and white. The Union Act, Mr. Miller. The country is about to vote it in.
Union Act is about immigration, isn't it?
Well, yeah, a part of it, sure.
I don't understand. What makes an immigrant illegal?
You'd have to read the Union Act for yourself. I'm not a lawyer or a politician, Mr. Miller.
No, but you are a racist.
Not something
Hold
I'm
it!
happy getting into.
Oh man. I want the I really want the Phoenix Wright music, the cornered dun 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 dun. That's what I really want. Yeah, that's what I was thinking though, is that it seems a little convenient, but do you agree with what you do?
It's all legal.
Didn't
The
ask
Union
you
Act
that.
is a contract.
Objection.
If people want it, they vote for it. Other than that, I just do my job and try to keep my head down.
I haven't heard the news talk about data gathering.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Sorry, you're right. It's not your place.
Thanks for understanding. Honestly, I'm surprised that everyone is still harping on about Alex Dubois. You know, if they took the time to read between the lines of the Union Act, then they'd understand what's on the line.
Racism?
Selective attention? I think that's what they call it, right?
Selective racism?
They hear what they want to hear. But hey ho, I just keep doing my job.
In the 1 minute silence, you talked about change?
I'm not sure if
Really?
that's a question or...
You said people were scared. What of?
People are scared of things they don't understand. That's all. I think the key thing to take from this is that if you want to make the country better, then you can't be frightened to offend a few minorities. That's the best way I can put it.
What might offend them?
What doesn't offend them?
What does?
The most common thing I hear is that people are going to be kicked out of the country. Now, I can't help that from happening, so I try to avoid letting it affect my work. But I hear it over and over, like no one wants to admit the border control problem.
Hey ho, racism.
Let me put it like this. You leave your window open in your house one summer's day and a whole bunch of flies come in. You try to remove them, but the flies are coming in faster than you can get them out.
Flies?
Do you want to keep trying to catch the flies, Mr. Miller?
Flies?
Or do you perhaps want to think about shutting the window?
Flies? This is your analogy? Is there flies? This is not strong enough. There needs to be, that definition is straight out 100% racist. I'm sorry, I can't see you over the hood you're wearing. Are you freaking kidding me? Flies? Oh my God. That definition is more than a little worrying, Mr. Crow.
I shouldn't have expected you to understand, Mr. Miller.
Unreal.
Excuse me, Mr. Crow. I need to have a word with you.
Can it wait, Dan? I'm in the middle of something here.
I'm aware of that. That's what I want to talk to you about.
Right. Why are you here?
Can you talk to me? Talk to me. I can't get up. Oh. Pay on one? Can anyone read that? Does that say pay on one? Pay on one. You all saw that, right?
It's come to my attention that you may have been collecting sensitive information in that briefcase of yours. I'm gonna need you to hand them over, please. I'm gonna pass them along to Charles Bowman, and when or if you have your meeting, he can decide what he wants to do with them.
Steve, please take Mr. Miller's
Excuse
belongings
you?
over to Mr. Bowman's office.
Can I kick him in the...
Sorry about this.
Oh, and we'll also need that dossier of yours.
Go screw yourself, Mr. Flies.
Right. Well, Mr. Miller, it seems as though this meeting is over. I'll look forward to hearing what Charles Bowman has to say about what you've been up to. Get him out of my sight.
Get him out of my sight. You son of a...
Let's go.
So what does that mean, pay on one? What does pay on one mean? I don't understand. I'm gonna write that so I don't forget.
Keep it down, Charles. You wake the children.
I don't see what you're going to achieve by keeping your share. Why not just sign it over to me? We both want the same thing here.
We don't want the same thing, though, do we? You don't mind if hundreds of people lose their home in the
I'm
process?
guessing, Sharon.
Yes.
No, there's no grey here. There's a very clear answer.
I don't believe that.
Charles, voice.
I don't believe that. What are you going to do when there are protests calling for this company's dismantling? What will you do then? Oh, maybe you always wanted this to fail. You're risking jeopardizing all of Michael's work. You always resented him for working such long hours. If he wasn't trying to get the changes you wanted in, then he'd probably still be here. Look.
Get out.
Scumbag. Wow. I can't believe... I'm still, like, marveling at the flies thing. Oh my god. It would take a little bit to explain, Traveler. It's... Okay, so... in this game, this is set in an alternate history United Kingdom. It's the mid-1980s, and there is this big discussion about immigration. There's this thing called the Union Act, which would allow for a lot of restrictive stuff to happen. And this guy who works at the company that's behind propagandizing this act, this guy is accused of blowing up, basically killing a bunch of, like 3 or 4 people, I guess, that were working at this company. And he is a French immigrant. And so his family's deported, was already deported before, and then he's like in jail and, you know, maybe executed, whatever. And so occasionally I play Scarlett, who was that woman that you saw who was the wife of one of the people who was killed, who worked closely with that jackass Charles Bowman that you just saw. But I'm also a journalist, and that's the main thing that I do, Harvey Miller. And so I sneak around, gather information so that I can then, in an interview, basically bring the stuff up, which I just did. And were it not for the fact that the game were bugged to hell, and that it requires, it's all done in real time, that would be really awesome. It's just that it's real time, and it doesn't save your progress except between things, and it's buggy, which is not a good combination.
Mr. Miller, it's Scarlett Carson. Don't talk, just listen. We've not got much time. Get yourself into the IPA building. There's something I want you to see. I'll explain more when you're in.
Okay, we get in the IPA building. Okay, sounds good. Sleep well, Sharon. That flies thing. Like, again, I feel like there's really interesting parts to the story. I like the voice acting a lot. It's just so buggy. Alright, so Payon 1. Truth about Alex Dubois.
Hello, Mr. Miller. You may have guessed already, but I've been following your investigation throughout the day. I wanted to get in touch sooner, but I could never find the right moment.
Perhaps. Well, that doesn't work because I need... New clue. Locate Alex Dubois' interview form. Okay. Okay.
Detective Holden, the time is 5:30 p.m. on June 17th, 1987. They say Alex Dubois entered through here on the night of the 10th of April. Daniel Hilburn informed me that security was busy locking up in the Bowman building for the night, so he had the building to himself. Alex's claim is that he can prove he wasn't using his key card in the building that night, and that he was there for a meeting with Sarah Smith, the head of the IPA. If I can locate the record, that at least gives me a bit of evidence to work with. Alex claims that Dan always keeps a copy of the safe code written on the back of a coupon for gardening equipment close by to his desk, so...
No idea, Palin.
Let's see, shall we? Ah, yes, this is something. Okay, I've located the document and will fax it. Now, I should probably place this back where I found it.
Why can I not... Okay, I do not have any understanding of why I can't open this. Okay, I don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to leave this area. Okay. Why is all the electricity out and everything? I don't understand. Okay. Don't have an ID card, so that's not going to work. Yeah, exactly. That's my question, Lone Wolf. What is this? I'd appreciate what? That's funny. I don't... It looks like he like... Did the security guard get taken out? God, it's so buggy. Allison Workshop. Okay. Reception. I don't have any ID cards. What? That's super useful. Not at all. I don't... I am super confused. I don't understand at all what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like... Doesn't do anything. It's safe. He says on the back of a coupon. Alright. No, I mean, it's like, it's not, this time it's not the doorway, it's that it doesn't, it leads me to a place I don't have any key cards, I don't have anything. The guy took all my stuff. Oh, maybe in here? Ah, there it is. Coupon. Back of the coupon. God damn it. $19.82. There we go. Alex Dubois, here it is. Urgency high, personal interview, family's deportation. Allison, please change the code from Snuff 7 to Union 1. Alex Dubois cannot be allowed access to our servers. Why not? Allison Whitworth. Okay. Okay. So, that ID card will at least get me somewhere. Pay on one. Hey, Maya Chip. This is The Occupation. A game, an adventure game, really. An exploration game. Which has sort of stealth qualities to it.
No floppy disks detected.
Oh, thank God. I was really worried I was going to get
I'm
there.
sure you've heard enough about Alex Dubois by now. I saw him earlier that evening. He was acting very erratic. He wasn't doing himself any favors. It was far too believable that he could have done it. I hate to admit it, but even I wondered whether Alex was capable of doing something like that.
Yeah, it's neat. It's buggy, but reel hook need memory reel. Wow. Of course, I think it's funny that something that's like as hardcore as this is like completely incapable of anything except is incapable of anything, of any like real security.
Detective Holden, the time is 6:45
I know, isn't it amazing?
on June 20th. Something was troubling me last night, so
I like it,
I
like
wanted
it.
to get an early start. I interviewed Alison Whitworth yesterday, and it seems as though something was being held back. We were communicating through Chance Crow, the department head of the Meta Center, who I have yet to interview. However, from her posture and hesitant responses, it seems as though the full story wasn't quite being told. This led me back to her office at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Oh, I'd better be right on this one. Detective Holden, the time is 9:23 a.m. on June 20th. the last few hours looking at all of her work, and at a glance, it looks like a repair shop, but she's actually a talented inventor. It really is fascinating stuff. Something that caught my eye, though, is that it seems she's been working on an algorithm with Vicky Edmonds in the Bowman building for the Silhouette software, which could prevent overheating. This, of course, was a large
Interesting.
contributing factor in the explosion.
She knows way more than he was letting her say. Wow. Okay. Take real F to real activation unit. Okay. Ah. So, it's not going to let me take the stuff out. Interesting. All right. So it's not going to let me take this stuff out. So I've got to get a reel that I can put on there instead that's about the same weight. I need to find something which is the same weight. Where is the reel hook? Need memory reel, right. So wait, the way to do that is literally just to just take the fuse out that's right next to it? What's up, Junk Farmer? I don't want to leave here yet. I was wondering where Steve was going to be. UI is so bad. Ready? Ready for what?
No floppy disks detected.
I don't understand. So now what?
No floppy disks detected. No floppy disks detected.
No floppy disk detected. Yeah. What is that?
No floppy disks detected.
Union 1. Real F needs to be powered. I did that. What does that mean now? I guess, like...
No floppy disks detected.
But I mean, like, I don't have any floppy disks. I don't have anything to fire up the computer with. Like, I don't even... Where is... Maybe I need a blank one. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but like, I don't know where to... I don't know where I would get that. I have no idea. It's right. I mean,
No floppy disks detected.
the only thing I can think of is that I just have to go through here, and if I don't find it here, then just keep going. Is the only place that I can actually interact with, so I'm gonna have to meet with freaking Steve.
You have to believe me, Mr. Miller. If I'd known, I would never have taken his ID card that night. I needed it to finish up some work, and I'd misplaced mine. It was technically against company policy, but I didn't think he'd mind. But once the information got out there that he'd been logged where he shouldn't have been, and once the papers had their narrative established, it didn't matter. None of it mattered. No evidence anyone could have provided could have changed it.
Oh my god, I don't know what the freaking pin is. Oh. Immigrant processing. I definitely heard Steve, so he's around somewhere, unfortunately. No, this has got to be the way. And by the way, hello everyone. I am being quiet because I'm like staring into this game here. But I hope you're enjoying. Again, like to me the raining. To me the concept is really fascinating, and I really like it conceptually. I just wish that it were better executed, I guess you might say.
Detective Holden, 10:42 a.m. on June 20th. I promised myself I wouldn't get involved with the politics here, but it's impossible not to let it affect you. Names, numbers, all written down, just thousands of people's futures decided by this one company.
Payon 1, she said, right?
Are they allowed so much control? Anyway, I'm here to locate Alex Dubois' file. I was told it could be found in filing cabinet HG02, row 10. I can't see anything in here. Let's get a bit of light on the situation.
Okay.
Okay, I have the documented information. I believe I just need to compile the code on the large machine in the corner of the room. So, here goes.
How do I get that? How do I get the thing that just came out? Oh, for the love of God. How do you interact with it? What? I hope that means that it's downstairs now. I really, really hope that means that it's downstairs. Did I just shred it? No. No, I didn't just shred it. Interpret code. Card decoding machine. I just can't open it for some reason. What the... I guess it went downstairs, yeah. I hope so. Floor 2? So floor 1.
Doors opening. Doors closing. Doors opening.
Damn it. Stupid lift. Alright. So it's downstairs. This is not downstairs. Okay, I gotta go. That's obviously not right. Protest signs.
The devastation it caused. The political unrest. People are heartbroken and angry about how it's all unfolding. Rightly so, in my mind. They deserve answers. I know you're with me. We both believe this act can't see the light of day. This just goes to show how important the work you're doing is.
Not if I can't find what my work is. This can't be right. There can't be a spot downstairs. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they make you put something in a machine and then have it kick out downstairs? Where in the name of God is this thing? What is this? Traveler, what if your work is to find your work? I know, exactly right. I am just like absolutely gobsmacked. I don't understand. So I found it, I put it in the machine, I did that, then what the hell did it, what happened to it? Code deck. I already put in the code deck. Supposed to come out. I am so utterly confused. I have no idea what they're asking me to do at all. Yeah, no, I hope it didn't bug out either. But I just don't. Because the thing is, there is no way to get farther downstairs, or at least I don't think so. No, it doesn't even work. Oh wait, maybe there is. How do I get downstairs? How do I get downstairs? Seriously don't understand. How do I get downstairs? Yeah, I mean, this is weird too. Like, wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
Doors closing. Doors opening.
I'm gonna press that. What's up, 1348? Dig for your life. Both the machines had a red cable. It's conceivable. It's conceivable. Maybe that means I need to go upstairs instead of downstairs. You might be right. Maybe. Although I'm not sure I totally know what you mean by machine. Like what other machine? But maybe you're right though. No, this is not a horror game. It is not a horror game. It's a little buggy. By a little, I mean a lot, but it is not a horror game. Alright, so I guess I gotta go that way. Yeah, this is a really interesting concept. As I've been saying, I wish it were better executed. Whoa. So someone has been in here already, unless that's me. Is that me? Nope. Someone's been in here already. Interesting. Okay. Well. A disc.
Detective Holden, 10 p.m. on June 25th. I think I've just about figured it out. The issue is that each time I copy a file onto the disk, the contents become corrupted whilst going through the data wipe gates.
Okay.
Meaning I have to go back
Sort
and copy
of.
the files again.
Chrono.
The location is 300.
Okay.
I've got my first scheduled meeting with Scarlett Carson in an hour, so if I'm going to get over to her house, I'd better leave now. I'll make a note to inquire about this Silhouette server in the hopes that I can somehow connect the missing pieces.
Okay. So I need to send that disk. Send disk in pneumatic tube. Okay, room 300. Okay. Okay. So I did that. Now I gotta get to 300. Somehow. Okay.
No floppy disks detected.
Okay. All right. I was hoping I could unplug that. Okay. So yeah, it is a puzzle game, Chrono, in a way. It's more of an exploration game. I'm trying to gather information. on a conspiracy.
No, I had no involvement in their deportation. It was all Charles Bowman's doing. How he didn't think Alex would find out is beyond me. Banning people from the country, for God's sake. I just couldn't go along with it anymore. I lost a lot that night. So I can relate to what Alex was going through.
Hey, what's up, Shadowed? Okay, I need to go up to 300. Doesn't help. I need to get up to 300. Oh, unless maybe that lets me do that here. And I see that red cable.
Harvey, if you compile the algorithm onto the software, there's no going back. You won't be able to erase the records and remove the private information being held on the IPA server. Is that what you want?
Detective Holden, 2:12 p.m. on June 25th. I've spent the past week trying to access the Silhouette server. I've not been able to schedule a meeting with Sarah Smith as she's away on maternity leave, so I'm left to my own devices on this one.
Nice.
Interesting.
Okay. So compiling software. I can't do any of that until I can get up to I need to get up to room 300. Oh yeah? Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I will check it later. Oh boy. Okay, second floor. Doesn't help though. I need 300. Should just send it to 192. Why was I sending it to 300? No messages. Real A. All right. Well. Okay, I got into Sarah Smith's office. Lets me open up that shutter. That's the elevator. I'm not sure why any of this matters. Downstairs. Can't go in there anyway. No, I came from there. Why did I just do that? What was the point of doing that? Why was that important? Right, I got in here. I had to do this. Had to do this. There's these over here. And then what was the benefit of that? Yeah, it's very atmospheric. I feel like this just doesn't quite gel. It's like there's a lot of interesting ideas, but it doesn't all come together. I am so completely confused. I don't understand at all. So I got through there. What was the reason I did that? Why did that matter? That was Sarah Smith's office. Apply the Phyllis algorithm patch to the silhouette disk using the computer in Sarah Smith's office. Okay, so I've got to get the disk from 300, bring it down to this place. Which means, again, I need to go upstairs, which I've been trying to do for the last half hour. I don't know how to. Do not know how to go up. How do I go up? I am so confused. I know how to go down. No. The disk, I sent the disk to 300. I inputted it. It went to 300. I just can't get to 300. 300 is up there somewhere, and I can't get to it. Like, hers is 182, I think. 192. So I don't know why I didn't just send it to here, frankly. The problem I have now is I just don't know where to go. Like... Stockroom. Great. That's all I have is that one. Ah, the deportation office. This is the deportation
There
office.
should be a disk named Silhouette.
Found it.
Insert it into the server and clear the records. Anyone who has private information on the IPA server will be removed.
There it is.
You'll be saving countless people.
Okay. That's what I mean about this UI is just so bad. Also, it literally said D was open. It's A that was open. God damn it. This is so clunky. It's literally not that letter. It's literally the opposite letter. Amazing. Are you kidding me? I want to... Oh! Unreal. Okay. Take item. Open it up. Using the opposite letter from what it's telling you to. Okay. Thank you. Completely unnecessary. Okay. Okay, what did she say? What did she say? It wasn't Spuff 7, it was Union 1, I think.
Harvey, you did it. You have no idea. I was right about you. I knew you'd do the right thing.
Steve, I've had a security alert. I've paged you the location.
Now I gotta get out. Really wish I could save. It's the same god. Brilliant. missing. Okay, good. I was like... What? Joking? That's not it? Okay, I came here. Obviously, I should go down the... Oh. Can I get through there? No. Oh. Okay. Basement floor. Okay. Michael Carson's office.
It changes nothing. What happened, happened. And thankfully, you removed the last remaining evidence that could tie anything back to me.
She did it.
So, I appreciate your help with that.
Wow. I guess.
You only have 30 minutes. Come and see me after your meeting. Looks good.
What?
You wind me up like crazy. I turn around and start again.
I don't... I don't totally know what just happened. Was she getting revenge for the... Totally, I don't totally know. I mean, I thought there was something sketchy about her, but I don't know. I don't fully understand what just happened.
Oh, Charles. What are you doing here?
Please sit down, Scarlet.
Charles? Oh, wait. Where's... No. No, you wouldn't.
This began with her running in and asking what he did with her family.
What the hell have you done?
Scarlet, please, sit down.
Sit down! Do you think taking my children's going to stop me?
Stop you from doing what exactly?
Where did you take them?
This is far more important right now.
More important
We
than...
need stability. The country needs stability, and this act provides that. Work with me.
This country needs its freedom. Michael wouldn't have agreed to this. He's the one that started this act, and he did it...
Michael! is dead. This country is a far different place than it was 3 years ago, Scarlet. There's rioting in the streets, for God's sake. We need tighter security now more than ever. People on our doorstep want to hurt us. I can't allow that.
That's not your decision to make. The people need to know that their government is lying to them. And you can't threaten me into silence on this.
You can't see this right now, but you don't have another choice here.
Charles?
Open the file.
My progress has just been saved. The game will save again at the end of the following chapter. Since I have no idea what's going on, the IPA. 1826. 34 minutes until meeting.
Come out if you're in here. Is someone in here? Out. Seriously.
Oh, God.
Is anyone here?
Okay, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. Miller. We can't keep you.
You can't be here, sir.
I'm not here. I'm not here at all. You didn't see nothing. You saw nothing. Yeah. Stealth gods are upset. Well. Hi.
Hello, Mr. Miller. You have a meeting with Charles Bowman on floor 3. I'm sure you know the drill by now. That'll be all.
Sounds good. Meeting with Charles Bowman on floor 3. Yeah, basically, so Charles Bowman is, as you saw, the guy who was sort of responsible for putting this thing together and worked with Scarlett's husband. When she died when the husband died in that accident, or when the husband died in the bombing, they blamed Alexander Dubois, a French immigrant who worked for them in tech. But it's clear that there's some conspiracy that they're not letting on, and obviously this Union Act thing is a terrible thing that, is really bad. And so the journalist gathers information in each case and then interviews his subject based upon leads that he gets. And so, Silhouette server on the top floor. And so, yeah, that's basically the details of what this is about. It's just that a lot of it is kind of confusing and sometimes buggy. See blueprint ideas to make the cavity space from piano pneumatics.
Harvey, we've lost everything. I'm not quite sure what the plan should be now. You're in the building where they house all the information, right?
Right.
Do you remember in our reports, it mentioned that Scarlett Carson was trying to steal the information on the night of the 10th of April? I mean, we could try and do the same. It's putting ourselves at a bit of a risk,
You
but
could speed this
what
up,
do we have
Mina.
to lose at this point? We're just gonna have to copy all the files we can and sort through all the data to hopefully salvage our report that way. Maybe even use it as a bargaining chip with Charles Bowman. If we can't question Charles Bowman, you're gonna have to go to Scarlett Carson's house to get her side of the story and complete the report.
I think that'll be useful. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Disk.
Please enter PIN.
Damn it. I don't know what the hell your pin is. Oh, you love this game, Orange? I think it's interesting. I wish it were executed better.
No floppy disks detected.
But I think it's really interesting conceptually.
No floppy disks detected.
Love how these fuse boxes are carefully done. Well, I didn't think it was going to be a one-shot, but I knew it was going to be fairly short, or at least I thought so.
Steve,
I've had a security alert. I've paged you the location.
Yep. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up. Okay. Vicky Edmonds workshop, data storage. How exactly are you here? Why exactly are you here?
Please enter PIN. Code accepted. Access granted.
I agree with that, Razor. Generally, that's true.
Hey, why are you here?
What?
Mr. Miller, there's a lot of sensitive information in here.
What? I'm behind the
Benefit of the
screen!
doubt this time, but in the future, please, just stay
What?
out.
I'm behind the screen! You... The crap is this? What just happened? I don't... He saw my feet, but then left me in the room? Why did he leave me in the room? Oh my god, man. Okay. Real A, real B, real C.
floppy disks detected.
What? Where?
No floppy disks detected.
I'll still find you.
Access granted.
Okay, real activation units. I don't, yeah.
Messing around in here.
I mean, I'm all for, don't get me wrong, I am all for, I'm all for sort of minimalism in terms of, like, explanation. I don't need big, you know, exclamation points and, you know, like, all that to sort of show me where I'm supposed to go. But it's so, like, odd and so disjointed that I really... I have no idea. I sort of have the basics kind of what's going on, but I don't...
Is someone in here?
And I totally don't understand why he would be like, all right, well, you know, like, you're not allowed to be in here. I'll let it go this time, and then just walks out, leaving me still in the office. Like... There he is. It's because he couldn't reach your body? Really? I just don't have any idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. So he just... So according to the game, he just leaves it... So he just leaves me? Is that the idea? That seems a little bizarre. I also don't... I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing at this point. Like, I picked up some reels. I don't know what those are supposed to do. Like... One stun dart. Just one stun dart. I think that's when, that's the timer till the act gets voted in or takes precedence or starts or whatever. I am so lost. Yeah, that's a guess, though, honestly. Silhouette server, okay. Does it say silhouette server is up? Okay, so I want to go up. Okay. Silhouette server up here. Go over here. Open it up. Go in here. Here's the server. Now what? I don't think I ever got a disc, though. Okay, so I need a disc from somewhere. Apparently. Though I have no idea where. Real activation units, but I don't... I know it's a little bit after 7. I'm just going to see if I can figure out sort of the general destination of where I'm going, and then... I mean, you know, the audio design of this is great. The, I don't think that actually does anything for me. The audio design of this is great. The voice acting is really great. I love the concept, but it just... something does not quite gel for me. Shoot. Well, I don't know where the disc is. I do not know. And since I can't save it, that means that when I shut this off, I'm going to have lost all that, and I'm going to have to start from the beginning of this section, which is still kind of frustrating. Try going down there one more time. And I have those reels, but I don't know what that does. I like how Steve is like sometimes utterly incompetent and then other times is like Predator. Like it's just like, you know. Codex C interpreted. So I need to interpret... No, I did that already. But there's no floppy disk. Okay, I did all that stuff. I just need to find a floppy disk. And I have no idea where to do that. Boy, Steve really, really, really wants to deal with this room, doesn't he? He really loves this room. He is going to guard this room at all costs. Hello? Hello, Steve, you incompetent bore. Okay. Well, as much as I would like to continue to figure out how to play this, folks, we're past time already, and I can't play for another 25 minutes, half hour. Again, I think this is a really interesting game. I find parts of it really intensely frustrating. Mostly the UI, but the save thing is just really irritating to me. Like it makes it really, really difficult because it means that if you play, and I play for this sort of 3-hour block when I'm playing these things, but if I do that, like already, I find that it's not quite, like I haven't quite finished what I needed to finish. So I don't know. Anyway, I will think about it, and we'll see. If I come back to this next week, then I'll definitely want to wrap it up next week. I may move on from it though, because I don't like playing a game that I just find really frustrating all the time. And so I don't know. I'm going to decide if I want to stick with it or not. I'm definitely going to be playing Spycraft very soon. And I know I love that game because I played it and loved it a while ago. And it'll be sort of a walk down memory lane. So we'll see. I'm really enjoying kind of the story of this. We'll just see if I can stick out some of the UI and other frustrations I have. But that said, it is time for me to get out of here. Tomorrow, you will be joined here by the Crocs, who will be playing Darksiders 3. And it's going to be a while because I'm actually going to be closing up shop here on GOG on Tuesday. But I hope you enjoyed episode 173 of Pen and Pixels. And the stream in my nerves. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I was like, and again, like I like some of the mechanics, but anyway, but I am, finding it interesting, and it's, even if it doesn't totally work for me, it's interesting in the ways that it doesn't work. So, but I will be back to you folks again next week, Tuesday, on GOG, and I'll be on my stream, on this, here Twitches on Friday. I don't yet know exactly what we'll be doing on Friday. Saturday, I've got D&D with Infinity and Beyond. So that's my Curse of Strahd crew. And of course, we'll have D&D with GOG coming up very soon on a coming Tuesday as well. We have not yet scheduled what time because this is the last day in April, but we will have, of course, D&D with GOG in May on several occasions, actually. So you'll have a chance to see that and see more of me playing stuff, and all that kind of good stuff. So if you like what you saw and heard, please follow this channel. Please make sure to follow me on my channel as well. Please make sure to check out all the awesome streamers that we have here. Please follow us on GOG. Please make sure to subscribe to us on GOG as well. And please check out all of the awesome streamers that we've got here, because we have a really good set of people, and I'm very proud to be one of them. But that is going to do it for me for now. Have a lovely evening, everybody, and I will be back to you folks, as I say, on my channel on Friday and on this channel next Tuesday, and the Crocs will be with you tomorrow on Wednesday. Sub, follow, and all that good stuff, and I will see all of you wonderful people soon. Until then, have a good night.